Hey, Solid Rock. Hope y'all are having a good week and are preparing for this mission trip and getting excited about it. It's hard to believe it is basically here at this point. Um, I'm coming to you from my house. I am still under the weather, so prayers definitely appreciated for quick healing at this point. So I am 100% for the mission trip. I'm trying to rest up and keep my energy so that I'm totally ready to go for the mission trip. But wanted to make sure that everybody has all the details for the mission trip and ready to go. So if you missed Sunday or missed a part of Sunday in our potluck, all the information you need is going to be right here in this video, with links in the email as well to more information. So here we go. First of all, we've got a great group of adult leaders. We've got 11 adults total going, 27 students. It's going to be a terrific trip. We've got our charter bus, of course, taking us there to San Antonio. We're actually going to be staying in New Braunfels, which is just northeast of San Antonio, and about 30 minutes outside of downtown San Antonio. It'll be about 20 minutes to San Marcos, which is just north of San Antonio as well, which is where most of our work is going to be in San Marcos and in that surrounding area for our work projects. So that's kind of the geography for you all of what's going to be going on and where. There is a packing list that's in this email. Please check that out and read through it. Students will be getting 2 mission trip t-shirts Friday night when they drop off their luggage for packing. They also need to make sure that they've got closed-toed shoes, work boots, something like that, that they can have on the work sites. We're going to be outside a lot probably on this trip. It is going to be hot. It is Texas. I know us here in Florida, we are used to the heat and the humidity. But nonetheless, we're going to take a lot of precautions, make sure students drink a lot of water, and stay very hydrated out there on the work sites because it is going to be very, very hot out there. So make sure you bring clothes appropriate for that, and also know that clothes that you'll be wearing on the work site, do not bring your favorite stuff. Know that most likely it will get dirty, it will get ripped, it will get painted on, and just plan for that definitely. And don't bring nice stuff out to the work site. You want to have some old raggedy clothes for that. So definitely read through that packing list. Please note that there are no cell phones on this trip. Any devices that can connect to the internet or use cellular are not allowed. That's kind of the way we're stating it at this point. So if it's a Walkman or a CD player or something like that, you can certainly bring that. But if it connects to wireless or to cellular, please leave it at home, and we'll be good to go regarding that. Students will have access to cameras that we have and music players that we have and stuff like that to be able to take pictures and listen to music and all that good stuff on this trip. Now, I mentioned dropping off your luggage. All students need to drop off their luggage on Friday, this coming Friday, June 10th. The night before we leave, between 4:30 and 6:30. So basically all this means is anything that you want underneath the bus. So your main duffel bag, primarily bring that to the church along with sleeping bag, an air mattress, whatever. Bring that stuff to the church anytime between 4:30 and 6:30 on Friday night. And you'll just drop it off. It'll take 5-10 minutes. We'll make sure you've got your t-shirts. If you're a new student, you'll be getting a Solid Rock water bottle. And make sure that all the final paperwork and everything is taken care of, and you'll be on your way. So you don't need to plan to be staying for a long period of time, but do plan for to bring your stuff there. Anything you want on top of the bus with you, a duffel bag with games in it, or a pillow or a blanket or something like that, that bring with you on Saturday morning. Do not bring it with you Friday night. Basically what happens is all the adults arrive early on Saturday morning, and we load the bus before you all get there, so that when you get there, we can just get everybody on the top of the bus and we're off and away. At least that's the goal. So please note that Friday, June 10th, you need to drop off your luggage in the CLC, Community Life Center, between 4:30 and 6:30. All right. Please note that we have formal night on the trip. Now, this is not formal night like get dressed up with shirts and ties formal night. It's kind of goofy formal night. We do have a competition for the best dressed. Our cooks are the judge, and we have a whole show after dinner about who's wearing what, and then the students are judged, and there's a winner who wins the very coveted Melty Award. So make sure that you think about what you're going to do for that, and bring some terrific costume out for this year's Network Tour formal night, and looking forward to see who gets the 2016 Melty Award this year. So have that on your radar as well. We will be meeting on Saturday morning. Students need to meet at the church at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. is when students need to be there. We're hoping to depart the church by 8:30, so it's going to be a quick turnaround time. So please show up at 8 a.m. We're going to gather up and pray once everybody's there as quickly as possible, load up the bus and hit the road and get on the road. We got 8 hours that we need to get to Biloxi, and get there, of course, the sooner the better, because the shorter time we're on the bus, the better for everybody, right? So please make sure you're there at 8 a.m. Set multiple alarm clocks. Also, students need to bring their lunches with them. Students, please bring your lunches with you. The very first meal we will be providing on this trip is dinner Saturday night. So bring your lunches. If we do stop to eat, we might just eat on the bus. If we do stop to eat, it'll probably just be at a rest stop. So we will not be stopping someplace most likely that has food available. So make sure you bring your lunch. You want to do that. Do not forget that. We're going to be staying overnight at Biloxi on Saturday night, and then Sunday we'll be arriving in New Braunfels at our host church, Peace Lutheran Church, and we'll be there the rest of the week until the following Saturday night, where we'll be staying in Biloxi again at the same Baptist church that Saturday evening for our last night, and then Sunday we will be returning home. We hope to arrive Sunday night, June 19th, around 5:30 p.m. We will have a full day of driving. Unfortunately, this year we try to get back as soon as possible, but just because of the location and where things kind of laid out this year, it's the way it's kind of worked out. But we'll get back as soon as possible. And please note, parents, that we will be calling and having students call and let you know where we're at and a more exact time as we get closer to home. Certainly once we hit the Florida border and hitting probably Gainesville, where we know it's more about 2 hours out from getting home and that sort of thing. So know that we will be communicating with you all as to a closer, more exact time as we get closer on that Sunday. We will be doing disaster relief work this year and be helping rebuild some homes that were destroyed in floods from a couple years back, which is hard to believe. I know Texas continues to get hit, so certainly the work we're going to be doing is really important, because even as they rebuild from floods from over a year ago, there's even more flooding still happening in Texas. Not in the areas that we are going to, and I do know safety is a concern right now, as parents are seeing, we're all seeing the flooding that's happening in Texas. Majority of that flooding is happening in the Houston area, which is pretty far away from where we are at, but know that we are keeping an eye on the weather. The organization, Lutheran Disaster Response, that we're working through, they actually have direct connections to the state's emergency response center. So basically, they know before anybody else knows if there's severe weather or emergencies or something like that, and they will let us know immediately as well. So we will know as soon as they know, which means we will know before most of the general public actually knows if there's anything major that's on its way. And if it does appear to be some major weather coming that might produce flooding or something like that, we will have the time to be able to load up our bus and get to safe ground, and certainly be communicating with you parents and everything. Right now, it appears the weather is going to be pretty decent that week, and that the rain has kind of slowed down there in Texas, which is really good, and we'll continue to pray that that continues to be the case, and that we won't have any issues. But know, parents, that we do have a safety backup plan. Certainly, if there is any issues, we don't play around with that kind of stuff. We don't second guess it or anything. If there looks like there's a threat, we load up and we get out, and we get to high ground, and we regroup and kind of figure out from there. Do we keep the trip going? Do we head home, or what do we do at that point? We certainly will be in touch with you parents throughout all of that in case of emergency, but we do have emergency backup plans. Safety is our number one priority, so know that is the case, parents. Let's see, the other things we will be doing on Friday is our fun day, our celebration day, that we will be going to a water park, so you definitely need bathing suit, sunscreen. We go to a big water park called Schlitterbahn there in New Braunfels. It's supposed to be awesome and fantastic. We've only heard amazing things, so that'll be at the end of our trip, that we'll celebrate our awesome week of work by doing that and enjoying that time together. So that's kind of what the week looks like. We'll also be going in one evening into San Antonio and touring around on a ghost tour. We'll get to see the Alamo and the other sites in San Antonio on the ghost tour, which will give us a unique view of all that, and certainly get to see the area that we're serving in and enjoying. So parents, please know that you're going to receive emergency contact list of all the adults going on the trip. Their cell phone numbers, since your students won't have their cell phones on them. If you ever need to talk to your student or just want to talk to them, call any of us adults. We will get you in touch with your students. Also, your students will be able to use our cell phones at any point. So at some point, if your student wants to talk to you, say hi, is homesick or anything like that, all they have to do is ask any one of us adults. We will let them use our cell phone, and they can call you and talk to you. And certainly we want to keep those connections there. You'll also be receiving parents' emails and Facebook updates and all that kind of stuff on hopefully a daily basis, presuming our connectivity is good, and that'll allow you to stay connected through pictures and videos and stories as well of everything we've got going on and what we've been doing and seeing your students in action as well. So know that even though your students won't have their cell phones, you still have access to them through us adults at any point if needed. If there is an emergency at home, please contact us and we will get you in touch with your students and figure out what needs to happen from there to make things work if there is an emergency. So please know that we've got that stuff in place as well. I believe that's everything. If you have any questions, I will probably be at home the rest of the week, resting up, making sure that I totally kick whatever this is in my system that's bringing me down right now. But please feel free to either call me on my cell phone or shoot me an email. I respond to that stuff as quickly as I possibly can these next couple of days. And worst case, I will see everybody Friday evening as you drop off your luggage and everything as we are ready to go at that point. But please, if you have any questions or concerns, shoot me an email or give me a call, and we'll figure that stuff out. Hope you all have a great rest of your week. I look forward to seeing you Friday night, dropping off your luggage, and definitely